Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
You're all welcome. I see some old faces, a lot of new faces also. Yes, Hariva. And some faces I don't see them here. Maybe they're on the way. So, is the projector going to work? Huh? You tried?
Yes.
Not now, but it works?
It works.
Okay, so it's a very special year this year. You know what is so special about this year? Huh? Hey, Hariva. Bhumi Puja. ISKCON Denhaag will have their own Vedic style designed temple. Hariva. Of course will not be completed this year. Huh? But just next month there's a Bhumi Puja. You have announced? It's all.
Yes, Bhuma.
So please be there for the. This is not big enough. I was in Germany. Big temple. Big Radha Madan Mohan temple, and of course Radha Desh has a landmark, some historic location, and I was traveling around, and every other place has a little bigger or their own temple, except Denhaag. This year you will have your own temple. There's so many temples. What's the need of yet another temple? Someone asked Srila Prabhupada that question. Swami, there are so many temples in India. Why are you building some new temples? So Prabhupada asked, the gentleman was there with his good wife, said, is that sitting next to you? That's your wife? Yes, this is of course my wife. And that boy? Oh, is that your son? Yes, it's my son. So Prabhupada said there are so many children. Already there are so many children. What was the need of one more? No, but this is my son. It's my son. There may be other children in the world, but this is my son. So Prabhupada also said, yes, maybe so many temples, but this will be my temple, my Krishna's temple. So that's one reason why this is a special year. But yet there is another reason why 2016 is very important year for the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, because this is ISKCON's 50th, you could say, birth anniversary of ISKCON. Very well. ISKCON was founded in 1966. In 65, Prabhupada went to the West, so that's last year was a Jaldut 50. Last year was Jaldut 50. Prabhupada sat in a Jaldut boat. Devadut. Prabhupada was a Devadut, messenger of Krishna. He sat in a Jaladut and went to the West as he was instructed by his spiritual master. And to fulfill the desire, wishes of the spiritual master, that this Krishna consciousness is so important, so essential for everybody, every soul in the world. Especially in the Western world, they know nothing, very little about God is great. Yes, they know, but they don't know how God is great. Love thy Lord with all thy heart, with all thy strength. So says Bible, but then it's nice statement. Testament. Testament? Testament? What do they say? Commandments? Yeah. So one of them is, love thy Lord with all thy strength, with all thy heart. But not knowing who the Lord is, and not knowing who you actually are, it's very difficult to love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy strength. And one devotee, ISKCON devotee, he had come to India. One Indian Hindu gentleman asked, "Why have you become Hindu? You gave up your Christianity. Why have you become Hindu?" And he said, No. Now I have become better Christian. Before, I was told, thou shalt not kill. This is also one of those 10 commandments, thou shalt not kill. But that is what we did all day. Well, we did not kill personally. We were not slaughterers. But someone else slaughtered the animals, and then we ate for breakfast, for lunch, dinner. So thou shalt not kill. But now, no more killing for me. My menu is menu that is given by God. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yomi bhaktya prayashyati. No more muttonam, chickenam, biryanim, fisham. So before, I heard the priests were talking, thou shalt not kill, but we killed. Someone killed animals for us, and then we ate them, we gobbled them up. But now I don't do that anymore, so I am better Christian. I am practicing Christianity. And yes. So Srila Prabhupada was asked to, by his spiritual master, go to the West and propagate this Krishna consciousness in the Western world in English language. That's why we're speaking in English here. Not that we don't speak in local or regional languages. The Prabhupada was asked to preach in English language. So that was in 1965, Prabhupada reached America. And under so many odds, unfavorable conditions, situations, Prabhupada, so much struggle he had to do or go through. Yeah, so then, he managed to get, I'm seeing this hall here in New York, 26 Second Avenue. That was the address of where ISKCON started. Storefront. Was this a store before? At some point? No. Yeah, so what Prabhupada managed to rent out was a storefront, was a store. That store was shifted elsewhere and Prabhupada took over. And at some point, Prabhupada's followers found out there was a sign at the top. Should we take that down, Swamiji? Prabhupada said, what does sign say? Sign says matchless gift. Prabhupada said, don't take it down. It's a good sign. What I'm distributing here is a matchless gift. Krishna consciousness is matchless gift. Krishna is matchless. And everything about Krishna is matchless. The message of Bhagavad Gita is matchless. The philosophy is matchless. The culture is matchless. The holy name is matchless. So this is a matchless gift. Prasadam. Is anything like Krishna Prasad in this world? So that matchless gift, that is where all started, Krishna consciousness started. So about 65 arrival, and in 66 Prabhupada founded the International Society for Krishna Consciousness with help of some bunch of American boys and girls, youths. Some of them Prabhupada was trying to start his movement in India, and he was trying to get some followers, some youths to join. He was asking Indians, well, how many children do you have, sir? How many? 5. Good. Give me one. We picked up the right one. Other day I asked, how many children do you have, sir? I have none. I have no one. But here, someone with the 5 children. Yeah, so Prabhupada, those days, having 5 children, or Ashtaputra Saubhagyavati, is with blessings. May you have 8 children. I bless you. Sages would, or Brahmins would bless. But now those days are thing of the past. Maybe Suriname still that is on, or Mauritius, or Fiji, or some India, some places. But yeah, some during Prabhupada days, still having half-dozen children was common. So Prabhupada would appeal, please give me one son. I will train him, and I will send him all over the world, or make him a preacher of Krishna consciousness. But no one was coming forward. No one was coming forward. And one gentleman was, he was traveling on the train, same train as Srila Prabhupada, and so he was traveling with his son, and he kept appealing, begging and bugging Srila Prabhupada. Swamiji, Swamiji, bless my son, please. Bless my son, bless my son. He was not leaving Prabhupada alone. Every now and then, please bless my son, please bless my son. So Prabhupada said, give me your son. After hearing that, the gentleman, he left the compartment, went far away in another way back, where Swamiji would never find this person and person's son. But as he reached America, then some American boys and girls were ready. They were already kind of loitering on the streets. And they were disgusted, frustrated with so much to enjoy. And they were looking for some alternatives. That materialism had not satisfied them, and no one, it's not possible. Materialism cannot satisfy us. Could satisfy our senses, satisfy our mind, some entertainment, some body satisfaction, mind satisfaction, but soul satisfaction, not possible. So deep within us is us, the souls. So something we see, and some happiness, the eyes are pleased, something we hear, and some temporary, the music, this, that, touch, smell, give some temporary pleasure. But that is flickering. That just disappears like a bubbles. How long the bubbles last? They don't last very long. And that's why the acharyas have said the Kamala Dala Jala. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala. Kamala Dala Jala. Like having a drop of water on a Kamala Dal. Like a petal, lotus leaf. So with little wind and finished. Talamal. So Talamal. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala. Hence the advice is Bhajahu Hari Pada Nitire. You should worship Hari Pada. Lotus feet of Hari should be worshipped. And that is permanent. Bhajahure mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. So, the materialism is so So Srila Prabhupada was in their storefront. He started twice a week. In a week, 2 programs. On the street, in the park, he would hand out some visiting cards, invitation cards, to come to the storefront, matchless gift place. And he was getting good number. His matchless gift place used to become packed. And one of the special attraction was the prasadam, which Swamiji would cook before the arrival of his guests. So 100, 150 would fit into the hall. That means a little bigger than this. Or maybe they're squeezing in, crowded. So he used to cook and come down and give pravachan. Everything was brand new to these American folks. They had not even heard of what this Hare Krishna, what? Krishna, Krishna, what? And the Prabhupada would sometimes show the Radha Krishna photograph. And said, this is the flute player. This is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then they would ask, oh, what is that girl doing there? Next to God, what is that girl? So much ignorance. So Prabhupada had to start from the scratch. And he did not mind. He knew this is what he had to do. So he would deliver his talk. And then they did not know even how to sit down. Like most of you are sitting. It's called Sukhasana. If not Padmasana. Different lotus position, that's Padmasana. But cross-legged, this is Sukhasana, called Sukha Asana. Comfortably sitting. So they did not know. Now we are changing our position. This is Sukhasana. Okay. So so they did not know how to sit. Prabhupada taught them how to sit. Then he used to get them to stand up, and he was teaching them the dance. Because chanting and dancing, not only chanting. Chanting has to be accompanied by or with dancing. So he used to make them stand up. Stand up. He used to ask all of them to stand up. I'm asking, no, that's okay. And raise your hands. And that became known as a Swami step. That dance became popular as Swami step. And it has become universal everywhere. At least Swami step. Then there are other steps, more complex steps are also there. But the very foundational step is Swami step. So Prabhupada taught that. So talk and then kirtan and getting them to sit down for prasad. They would all sit down. And who would serve? Swamiji had to serve all of them. And he did not mind, he was happy. He was 70 years old. He was raising some funds to maintain this establishment or sponsored the prasad. And after prasad they would all leave. Who would do the cleaning? Swamiji had to clean not only hall but the plates and the pots. This is just little sampling of what Prabhupada was going through or what he had to deal with. There's you should study the life and teaching also, you could say, of Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Lilamrit. Is available in Dutch language. Prabhupada Lilamrit. Yeah? English, of course, yes, and maybe some 100 languages. It is available, even Chinese, they are printing. So you should all study life of Srila Prabhupada. It is some additional chapters of Bhagavatam. Prabhupada was Bhagavat, person Bhagavat. Person Bhagavat, Bhagavat, Mahabhagavat. Swayambhu Naradaha Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manu Prahlad Janako Bhismo Balirvaya Sakirvayam. The original 12 Dwadash Bhagavatas are there, mentioned in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. And then, so in that parampara, in disciplic succession, Prabhupada was a living Bhagavat. So studying his life is studying like studying Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Prabhupada. And this is a statement from Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada translates that as studying Bhagavatam or serving person Bhagavat. Either reading book Bhagavat or serving person Bhagavat. That is the meaning of Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So knowing and then serving. Knowing Srila Prabhupada Mahabhagavat. And then take inspiration from his life. And then we try to follow in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. So some of those followers were now becoming very serious students, serious practitioners. They had started chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And so Prabhupada gathered those serious, group serious practitioners together one time, and said, you could assist me in propagation of Krishna consciousness. But you will have to follow 4 regulative principles to become my associate members or the followers or initiated disciples. And then Prabhupada, for the first time in a formal way, he spelled out the 4 regulative principles. No meat, fish or eggs, no intoxication, including tea and coffee, no illicit sex, and no gambling. So are you ready? You are still thinking, but those who were present before Prabhupada, they did not take much time. They said, yes, Swamiji, we are ready. Everybody present there was ready to follow these 4 regulative principles. And then with the help of those handful American youths, Srila Prabhupada founded this Hare Krishna movement in 1966. And then ISKCON's first temple, Radha Govinda Mandir in New York, opened. After 50 years, you are opening now here in Denhaag. But the first temple was opened in New York, Radha Govinda Temple. And now ISKCON has 650 temples around the world. In short span of 50 years. And millions of books are distributed, have been distributed in over 100 languages. Over 100 the Govindas restaurants around the world. Farm communities around the world. This is on the top of the 650 temples, but besides the temples we have other entities, affiliated institutions. Prasad distribution is a big In India, we have something called midday meal served to the school-going children at midday. The meal is served at midday, so it is called midday meal scheme. And ISKCON every day distributes 1.2 million plates of prasad. Did you hear that? 1.2 million plates daily served at this midday meal scheme. ISKCON holds 10,000 festivals every year. Janmashtami, Gaur Purnima, Ratha Yatra, this, that, over 10,000 festivals. Do you have? How many do you have? So they have done some. Did they interview? Did he check with you how many you are celebrating? Huh? The grand total is over 10,000 festivals. And all this is in a short span of 50 years. And this is just the beginning. And This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, program or project. ISKCON project is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, as for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's vision. Krishna's, Ram's, of course, Ramachandra, Krishna Chandra, but especially Chaitanya Chandra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ram appeared in Treta Yuga and Krishna in Dwapar Yuga. But we are in Kali Yuga, so Sambhavami Yuge Yuge Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami. So the latest advent of Lord was 520 years ago in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he has given to this world this Yuga Dharma. This is Yuga Dharma, which is chanting the holy names of the Lord, is a Yuga Dharma. Kali Yuga Kevala, what? You know how it is? Tulsidas also says that. Kali Yuga Kevala Nama Adhara. Nam is only Adhar, only shelter, only base, only protection in this age of Kali. And yeah, and every time Kali Yuga comes, same dharma. What is this? Every time Kali Yuga comes, what is this one? Probably you're wondering what every time Kali Yuga comes, how many times does Kali Yuga come? So many times. In Brahma's one day, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Brahma's one day, the 1,000 Kali Yugas come in Brahma's one day. 1,000 Satya Yugas, 1,000 Treta Yugas, 1,000 Dwapar Yuga, 1,000 Kali Yugas. Every time, so this is not the first time Kali Yuga has appeared. So now what to do? Nothing to worry. Check out what was done. The previous Kali Yuga, what was the process? Same process that would work out this time also. Every time there's a winter. This is a winter or summer? Huh? This is a...
Just like we don't know.
Yeah, our doing as a result, as a climate is changing, climatic changes because of our misbehavior, the way we are treating Mother Earth, cutting the trees and deforestation, and so many factories and chimneys, smoke and exhaust and CO2 and whatnot, animal killing, and as a result we have increased the temperature of Mother Earth, has developed temperature. Temperature is rising 4 degrees than normal. As a result of this, everything is topsy-turvy. And this could be just a shake hand, could just be beginning. Who knows what is in the store for us? Because the man is so greedy, wanting to enjoy and exploit Mother Earth. Even this deforestation is also cutting the trees. Sometimes these having nice trees and greenery and flowers everywhere. This is like a sari of Mother Earth has wears sari, have a green color sari, and these flowers are like a embroidery, and but you know what happened when Dushasan attempted to disrobe Mother Draupadi? The result was the war and killing and a lot of catastrophic, because the way Dushasan dealt with Mother Draupadi was trying to disrobe her. No garments. So this forest and the trees and greenery, and this is a sari, this is a clothing of Mother Earth, and we are just chopping, cutting, deforestation, desert. So we are getting reactions. So much enjoying spirit. Yeah, the survey conducted recently. I mean, also always surveys, or some sort of surveys are always conducted, but one was the consumption of consumers' goods. They said, the conclusion of survey said, if whole world would consume as much as whatever they consume, the American standard amount of consumption, and the West, all that, we would require 5 Earth's resources. One would not be sufficient. If we want to go by Americans, the land of enjoyment, land of opportunities, land of the whole world like to imitate. Our Indians like to. So much attempt to exploit the resources, whether it's a gold, digging deep into the body of Mother Earth, and like a small city, towns inside the earth, little railway tracks, they go miles in the depth of the earth. Probably you don't, whether you know or not. I have seen some gold mine I saw in South Africa. By lift, they took us way down. I don't know how many stories down, and we're walking, and we had helmets, and we were guided tour, and another town there, and so many of them. Very So now the scientists, we were hoping that scientists would make this world enjoyable, and yeah, they did, by lots of industry and industrial economy and and whatnot. Yeah, so now the scientists say that this planet is not livable anymore. You better find another planet. Look for another planet. Their hands are up. Sorry, folks, we can't deliver our promises, or when there's a boat and that you're traveling in, and if it is in trouble, sinking, then there are lifeboats. Passengers are advised, please get into lifeboats. So the scientists are now advising, go for the lifeboat. This planet is sinking. And the sea levels are rising. I don't know what would happen to Mauritius, a small island in the middle of Indian Ocean. And it's right on the banks of ocean, and there's no higher altitude, not so much. Few meters, and there'll be Jala Samadhi. They'll be all drowned in the water. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so every time Kali Yuga comes, you have to chant Hare Krishna. This is Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nastaiva, Nastaiva, Nastaiva Gatiranya. Kalau means the age of Kali. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Only chanting the holy names of the Lord. So this is the truth, this is the arrangement of the Lord. This may not be known so much in the West, because they follow this culture, that culture, or some new religions, some religion, 1500-year-old religion, maybe 2500-year-old religion. But religion has to be eternal, not religions are not created or born. Or everything that has a beginning, that has end also. This is a simple law, rule here. So if this religion, that religion started on such and such date, dated material, then it will have also beginning and end. But we are talking of jivas, living entities. Dharma has to be eternal. Living entity is eternal. So if you want to give name to dharma, then Sanatan Dharma is one name. Sanatan means no beginning, no end, eternal. And that is dharma of every living entity, regardless of they may say, I'm Christian, I'm Hindu, I'm Muslim. This is a faith, but religion, dharma, the characteristic of the living entity does not change. Electricity must give shock, or sugar is always sweet. Salt is always salty. Being salty is a dharma of the salt. Being sweet is a dharma of the sugar. So living entity has a dharma. And all living entities' dharma is the same. And we are talking, what we are talking about, Brahma's one day has 1,000 cycles of these 4 yugas. Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali, put together is Mahayug, and 1,000 times. So, so once again it will become universal, applicable everywhere. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearing 500 years ago, he established this chanting as a yoga dharma for this age of Kali, and he predicted that this will spread all over the world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had predicted this will spread all over the world. And as per his wishes and prediction, Now we see it is spreading all over the world. Chanting is spreading all over the world. In practically every country in the world there's a presence of Hare Krishna movement. And in this Kali Yuga, there is a golden period of 10,000 years. 10,000 years. Out of 10,000 years, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago. So 500 years and then 50 years. ISKCON is 50 years old. So we have 500 years to go. This Krishna consciousness movement has already spread in 50 years so much. We gave some numbers, some statistics. So we'll be spreading, Krishna consciousness movement will spread for another almost 10,000 years. And it will be a global phenomenon, universal. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So those who have, so please understand this moment, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's moment, God's moment. God has a name, God has a form, God has qualities, God has pastimes, God. You understand? Prabhupada always used to appeal to the audience or Indians or people everywhere. Understand, try to understand this movement. And then he would also repeat what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had said or expected, especially those who have some Bharat connection, some Indian origin, Indian blood, or that kind of relationship. Bharata bhumite manusya janma vilajar, janma sarthaka kari kara paropakar. This is words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you are born in India, of course, one time India was not that India limited, that present day map of India. India was all over the planet was Bharatvarsha. And you do find remnants, residues of the India's presence and culture on all the continents. So if you have taken birth on this planet or in Bharatvarsha, then would like to make your life perfect, then how to do this? Janma sarthaka kari kara paropkar. To make your life perfect, do paropkar, paropakar. So Srila Prabhupada has said that example. And the world, world is in need of is Krishna. Krishna consciousness is lacking. There's a lack of Krishna consciousness. Everything else is there. What is this world is lacking? It's Krishna consciousness. Soul needs Krishna. Soul needs Krishna. Soul could only be happy when soul attains Krishna. Or Rama, he has many names, many forms. He appears again and again in different So you accept Krishna consciousness and you practice Krishna consciousness and you propagate, share this Krishna consciousness with as many people, your family members, your neighbors, your friend circle, as much bigger circle you could make, spread, propagate this. Let word of God spread. And it says as paropkaraya vahanti nadya. Yeah, that comes at the end. So, for the benefit of others, rivers flow and distribute water. Paropkaraya vahanti nadya. Paropkaraya gavaha duhanti gavaha. The cows give milk for others. Paropkaraya phalanti vrakshaha. For benefit of others, trees give fruits. So, paropkaraya idam shariram. Likewise, this sharir, especially this human form of life, is for paropkaraya. Paropkaraya punyaya. So this Krishna consciousness is the topmost welfare program for humanity at large. And on war footing, this must be propagated. The world is on fire. The death, fire, and disease must be dealt with urgently. You heard that? The death, disease, and fire. You cannot, if something is on fire, I'm taking my breakfast. One should become free from death, disease, fire. The world is on fire. Davagni, samsara dava analalira loka. So what could extinguish the fire is the mercy clouds. When forest is on fire, you cannot throw a few buckets of water. When forest is on fire, you cannot go there with your bucket or spoon and sprinkle some water. That will not do. No other attempts will work. We need some mercy clouds up above. So that mercy is mercy of the Lord, which also comes down through his devotees, sadhus, mahatmas. Hari Hari. Can set this up.
Yes,
So we want to show you a small documentary, things every 20 minutes, because this is a Golden Jubilee celebration of ISKCON. So you'll have a little glimpse of ISKCON around the world, and this specially prepared